My work explores the limits of the archive, and it's involved in this dance and trying to understand and to mine every detail about the lives of the enslaved, about the lives of free Black people. I'm Saidiya Hartman, and I am a writer and a cultural historian. What motivates my work is writing about the lives of those who are unknown, dispossessed, exploited, disposable. And I guess what motivates me are the surprises in the archive, the complexity and the wonder of these lives that have largely left few traces. When I began my dissertation, I was actually writing a project about Black music. I was reading a history of a bluesman, and he said, if you want to understand the blues, you have to understand what it was like to plow a field in Mississippi. Once I started to read about slavery and to read those narratives, it changed the course of my project. We can't actually understand the lives of Black folks in the U.S. today, the precarity of those lives, without taking into account slavery and its legacy. One of the chapters of Lose Your Mother that's described the Dead Book, I describe the experience of a young enslaved girl aboard a slave ship. The only thing said about the girl in the trial were 4 words: the said Negro girl. And I thought, how do I begin to tell her story? How can I reconstruct the terms of her experience aboard the slave ship? I utilize the various versions of the legal case, as well as newspaper accounts, to tell the story from a range of perspectives. Venus in Two Acts is where I coined the term critical fabulation to describe my practice. Critical fabulation was central to being able to resurrect forgotten history, lost lives, the millions of stories that were lost in the Middle Passage. In the book, Wayward Lives, Beautiful Experiments, it tells the story of young Black women who are involved in the search for freedom, imagining what a beautiful life can be as the Black ghetto is emerging and the dreams of the city, what the city could be, what it might be, are being radically restricted. I'm working on several projects now. One is an essay about narrative and the archive. Another is a photo text about Black life. And the third project is a speculative history of a Black woman radical about whom we know little. And the challenge for me is to try to recreate her interior life. I do the research of a scholar, but I want the work to read with the beauty of a novel.